Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to give you a peek into what I am planning and working on for this channel in the upcoming year. This is my yellow box, my treasure box here of show notes, show ideas that I have been noodling on, working on, and putting together. Pick this up at the thrift store for a couple bucks, and ideas are free, but they can have such a great value. I wanted to have a spot that I could capture these in old school, and that's what I'm doing with this box here. The first show that I wanted to talk about was Crafting Times. Many of you who are subscribers may have come across a Crafting Times video, and that's how you got subscribed to the channel. Thank you for that. If you remember the massive, in this room behind me, I was doing a Keep on the Borderlands build, and I will dust that thing off and be giving you updates on where that is. I decided that with such a huge project, rather than try and give you tutorials, I will simply just say, hey, here's what I worked on, here's what it's shaping up to be, here's what it looks like, so you can see the progress, and any interesting tips that I'm learning I'll throw in there too. Along with that, there might be some live shows, some live builds. Those are always a lot of fun, and you never know who might join up in the conversation and the fun. Now, somewhat of a spin-off is a miscellaneous show I like to call the Bitbox. The Bitbox, just like a physical Bitbox you'd have for your crafting stuff, is just random ideas, things. Usually it's going to be about building something, putting something together, or some sort of like tip, do-it-yourself idea. But the Bitbox is one of those spin-off shows that you can expect. Some ideas for that are in the pipeline. A new one I'm excited about is called Camp Grognard. I've even got a background for this. Camp Grognard was something that I wanted to create in response to getting new and current players involved and educated on the history of this great RPG hobby. And I hope to have some guests, but I also hope to walk you through what that history is. When I started learning about it, there's a lot of presumptions of what everybody thought was common knowledge, which wasn't necessarily that. So Camp Grognard, that's coming up too. Daddy and Daughters. Every once in a while my kids make an appearance on here, and they've done some pretty cool stuff that I'd love for them to have a chance to talk about and look at with me on the channel. So some fun stuff there, and I think there are a couple other daddies with daughters that might be fun to have together on the show too. So we'll see what happens with that. Another one I'm calling the Show of Lesser Restoration. Just like you could have a Staff of Lesser Restoration, this is going to be a show where I take these different things that I have that are falling apart, old modules from the 80s that really need some TLC, and I will be putting those together. Probably some live shows off of that, putting the things together as I'm restoring it, and then I'm going to cut down a very condensed version of what I did, how I fixed something up, and I hope that during some of those restoration shows I can have some special guests on live too. Another show is called The Treasure Table. The Treasure Table is these very special to me items. Some of them you could call historic or celebrity involved type artifacts and pieces from the hobby that I think would be fun to talk about, and that's what the Treasure Table is all about. And of course, just like you're watching right now, there will be some vlogs of me just rambling about a book I've read or something I'm thinking about, or I guess whatever tickles my fancy. Maybe there will be some requests. If you want to see anything, just let me know in the comments. And also some live shows here and there. I had a great conversation with DM Scotty. Had a great conversation with my friend Derek White and Steve Sullivan a while back. You can see those videos. So I'm looking forward to more videos in 2016. If you have specific things you'd like to see or feedback, throw them in the comments, and looking forward to a great year together. Thanks for all of you who have subscribed and continue to be a part of the community here. You're great. Adios.